Gather round, everyone, for the tale of... Oh, wait, no, that's not what this is. No, it isn't. Instead, gather around the table for another session of Dungeons and Drakfus. So this is going to be the unique experience where we take our buddy Drakfu, we take our buddy Drakfu through the various dungeons of World of Warcraft. There's various pieces of content here and there, and one of my favorites, aside from raid content, is dungeon content, or 5-man content. So, here's the thing, though. A 5-man is kind of unpredictable. I can't control it completely, and there are quests to be able to do in here. There's a lot of great dialogue, so that's kind of why I did this the way I did it, is yes, I'm overpowered for the instance, but that's okay, because we like feeling overpowered in the game that we're playing. But this also allows for me to be able to go into the lore of the place, and we're going to be using the Adventurer's Guide a lot, because that's been fleshed out to be able to help explain the dungeons, the bosses, all of that stuff. So you guys have tons to look forward to, and of course we're ready with our buddy Drakfu, and let's go ahead and get things started. Now, another thing I've also done is I've slightly turned up the audio a little bit, because a lot of voice work gets put into these dungeons. And I want you to be able to hear it. And occasionally you guys can hear like the punches that I'm throwing, but then other stuff doesn't sound as loud. So I did turn it up a little bit. And of course, this is the entrance to Ragefire Chasm. Now, this dungeon normally would be done around level 10. It is the least difficult dungeon ever. However, in Mists of Pandaria, it did actually get a revamp. The original concept was you went in, you cleared out all of the trogs, all the various things that were in Ragefire Chasm, along with all of the Burning Blade cult that was there too, part of the Shadow Council. Now, we actually have a full-on quest from, or leading into Mists of Pandaria, believe it or not. So let's go ahead and step into the dungeon, and with each one we get a unique portrait. I always love them. And now you actually get a nice little dungeon interface showing all of the bosses, but you also get quests. So let's go ahead and talk to these guys, because here is Ragefire Chasm. And in my opinion, dungeon and raid content gets the most polish in this game. And that's why I wanted to be able to show it to you guys. So let's go ahead and talk to Invoker Zorinth and see what's going on in here.
Did Garrosh send you?
So this is back when Garrosh was the war chief. He's no longer the war chief. I'm just going to point that out. So a new enemy. Now here's the thing. It's saying low level. We will do these quests, but there really isn't a whole lot of reason to do them because they are gray, which means I'm going to get the absolute minimum experience. The rewards won't be worth it. The gold won't be worth it. None of that's going to be worth it. But we're coming in here for the story. That's what matters. So let's go ahead and go into a new enemy.
The power of these dark shaman has attracted many allies, Drakfu, former members of the Horde that now work towards some dark purpose. We need to make an example of them before they have another Twilight's hammer on our hands. Kill any cultists you come across and bring me their insignia.
So you need to find 5 corrupted insignias. This is based around, like I said, around Mists of Pandaria, where Garrosh was dabbling in some things that he shouldn't have been dabbling. And finally, we have the Dark Shaman.
These dark shaman have been down here for months, raising beasts and performing dark rituals. I don't know what they aim to achieve with all of this, but it's clear that they are no friend of the Horde. That's where you come in, Drakfu. Fight your way through the chasm and kill dark shaman Korinthal and lava guard Gordoth.
Okay. So that's his quest that he needs to give. And actually, before we go into the next one, let's go ahead and go into the Adventurer's Guide to see what it has to say about Ragefire Chasm. So here it is, and it's actually quite detailed. So we're going to try and read this as best as we can, but I do not like the small window that they've given me. Ragefire Chasm extends deep below the city of Orgrimmar. Barbaric trogs and devious Searing Blade cultists once plagued the volcanic caves, but now a new threat has emerged, Dark Shaman. Let's go ahead and take this down. Although War Chief Garrosh Hillscream recently called on a number of shaman to use the elements as weapons against the Alliance, the chasm's current inhabitants appear to be renegades. Reports have surfaced that these shadowy figures are amassing a blistering army that could wreak havoc unleashed upon Orgrimmar. So we're coming in here to stop it. So let's go ahead and talk to Commander Bagron.
Blood and thunder. Did Garrosh send you?
And no orc left behind.
This was supposed to be a routine sweep, Drakfu. Clean up a few trogs, make sure there's no threat to the city, and then be in the tavern by midday. Instead, I have a group of scouts missing, flamehounds pouring out of the chasm, and Zorinth going on about the next Twilight's hammer. Puh. Go in there and get my scouts back, so that we can figure out what is going on down here.
Alright, so we have a couple of quests. We need to take care of Dark Shaman Korinthal and Lava Guard Gordoth. We need to grab some corrupted insignias, and we need to rescue 5 Korkron scouts. And Korkron are the elite guard of the orcs. So let's go and get this started. Thankfully, this is not going to be too hard. And wow, we have a bunch of flamehounds in here. That's not good. And they're feasting. And yes, I am overpowered for the instance. I don't care. We're still going to play through. So that's an interesting mechanic that they added into this, into Ragefire for its new implementation, is that you have this lava pool that you need to keep watch of. Okay, so let's just grab these guys together. Hi, buddies. Fist of Fury. And another 2. Adolescent Corehounds. And then we also have a Corrupted Houndmaster. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna wait.
Boom!
Take care of those. We have another Corrupted Houndmaster. This one I'm not gonna wait so much on, because I can probably make it work.
We've got him now! He's cornered!
Yeah, whatever. I'm kicking the crap out of all your buddies. Oh, and here's a Korkron scout, so let's go ahead and rescue him. We need to get quickly out of the way. So this is actually now the first boss of Ragefire Chasm, Adarog. Let's see what the guide has to say about him. Ragefire Chasm's Trog population has rapidly declined in recent months for one reason: Adarog. This ravenous flamehound was among the first of his kind ripped from the Firelands by Dark Shaman. Adarog's handlers feed the unruly beast over twice his weight in Trog flesh per day to keep him appeased. And he's got a nice green tinge to him, so I like that also. Alright, Adarog, it's time for you to go down. So if you're coming into this dungeon for the first time, I wouldn't worry too much. Yes, it's good to have a tank. Yes, it's good to have a healer, but this isn't necessarily a dungeon that's going to test you horribly. If anything, that Flame Breath will probably be one thing that it tests you on. And Adarog has been defeated. And we get the Fang of Adarog, which is a dagger, I guess, that we can use if we want. And then we have a suspicious rock over here. What the heck? What could this be about? I'm just a rock.
I'm just a rock. Nothing to see here.
It's safe to come out now.
Run!
So now we have 2 of those. Now, nice little tidbit. You actually could go down these areas to other secret bosses in Ragefire Chasm back in the day. They have since removed that option, I believe. But we'll double check really quick, because I think, yeah, they don't let you go there anymore. And we got a Corrupt Reaver up here. That's all right. Let's just double check. So you would go in here, and there actually still is something in here. So yeah, we'll check into it. Maybe one of the Korkron scouts is in here. Nope, just Trogs. So yeah, there used to be like Trog bosses and a couple of other beasts in here, along with demons, that now are not in here. It's just the not the Twilight Dark Shaman. It's just the Dark Shaman. And people might be confused by that term. In the lore, a Dark Shaman is not one who works with the elements, it's one who enslaves the elements. And we've had a couple of examples, mainly in the Siege of Orgrimmar, of Dark Shaman, as well as in the book Tides of War, because this was actually a mechanic, or a tactic that War Chief Garrosh Hellscream wanted to use in his new horde, where he wanted to have the orcs become conquerors once more. And that worked out so well for him, didn't it? Alright, we already have all of our insignias, so we don't have to worry about that. Plenty more orcs where they came from. We even have some Dark Shaman amongst them, and corrupted reavers. Well, we'll just take care of you. Dark acolytes. So yeah, I'm not really having a whole lot of difficulty here. Normally you would come in here at level 10, I think level 10 to 12. And I would recommend, like, if you're going to do the dungeons, do them at their level. Go in with a group and just enjoy what you have to see. Because, yeah, they're cool visually, but also it's a great experience just to go in with 4 other people and have a fun time. And so here is the next boss, Dark Shaman Korinthal. You can already tell he is messing around with something he should not be. But we're going to go ahead and sneak in behind them. And just grab all of these guys for a Fist of Fury. Beat down. Now, there's actually a box over here. It's inconspicuous crate.
Just an ordinary crate. Definitely no one hiding here.
Safe to come out now.
Run! I owe you an ale.
Alright, it's time to take on Dark Shaman Korinthal. You get my Fists of Fury, Korinthal. There we go. And we also got a Dark Ritual Cape for it. Granted, a lot of this gear just isn't going to work for me, but this is actually another great way to be able to get gold, too, is if you go run old dungeons, you can just sell the loot. Or you can add it to your interface for the new transmog system. That's something you can do, too. So we go into the next room. We have a big worm in there. What the crap? This is Slagmaw. I'm sure he's a distant cousin to raid boss Magmaw. I believe that's actually what they were trying to reference, but let's see. Go ahead and clear out the area before we take out Slagmaw. Slagmaw, Slagmaw. Where are you going, Slagmaw? Fist of Fury! As you can see, I'm getting tons of items in here. For which I can either use them for, like, enchanting materials, I can just sell them on the auction house, or in the case of the blue items, I can just sell them off at a vendor and make a profit off of it. A minor one, but one that we can use. Let's see, and there used to be something up here too, but I think it's since been removed. Oh, let's actually go ahead and grab that Korkron Scout, because we're really close to our goal, so we might as well. Okay, grab these guys. Fist of Fury! And the Korkron Scouts.
Help me! I didn't think anyone was coming for us.
Well, I was, so you can be thankful. And actually, we forgot to go into the Dark Shaman Korinthal, so let's do these bosses really quick. So, Dark Shaman Korinthal. Korinthal has always believed that brute force is the only way to control Azeroth's elementals. His extreme views led him to join the ranks of the sinister Twilight's Hammer. When the cult fell, in the Cataclysm, the Orc and the other like-minded shaman secretly infiltrated Ragefire Chasm to continue practicing their dark arts. And now we're actually getting ready to face the evil worm Slagmaw. Unlike other lava worms enslaved by the Dark Shaman, Slagmaw has proven to be nearly impossible to control. The beast lives to dig through the depths of the earth, and it cares nothing for the consequences of its actions or the damage it causes to anyone who stands in its way. So we're here to put you down. It's time.
Fist of Fury, Slagmaw!
I will touch a death you! There we go. Slagmaw has been defeated. We're at least getting some effort out of him, so they're not horribly hard to beat. And a mail chest piece. That's not bad. Or no, that's mail bracers. All right, let's go ahead and take care of these guys. We're actually near the end of Ragefire now. Almost there, people. And that's actually the final room that we're walking up on. Let's go ahead and take care of these guys. And finally, we're going to walk into the final room, and oh, wow, what is going on here? Well, whatever was going on here, Lava Guard Gordoth did not approve and killed everybody in here. and let loose a bunch of chemical gunk all over the ground. That is not a good thing to do. Many superheroes in the Marvel Universe has been made that way. So let's go ahead and go into the lore of Lava Guard Gordoth. Hubris drove the brilliant shaman Gordoth to act as a living conduit for energies pulled from the Firelands. He and his allies had hoped to mimic the creation of elemental ascendants in the Twilight's Hammer cult. Instead, the explosive influx of power drove Gordoth insane and mutated his body into a hideous form. And the closest thing similar to what he looks like is actually a dire orc. So, it's time for you to go down, Gordoth. It's time. Sorry, man. No hard feelings.
This a fury!
And again, he would have mechanics that people would have to worry about, but I am over his level, so I don't necessarily have to worry about them. And there we go. We get the achievement for Ragefire Chasm, and Lava Guard Gordoth has been defeated. And let's take his Blood-Cursed Fellblade, a nice one-handed sword. Actually, it looks pretty dang cool, too. I might keep that for Transmog. And Invoker Zorinth is here. Oh, wait, did we not get your... Oh, we didn't find the final scout. We'll be right back, people. Let's speed through this and grab the other scout. Okay, so my bad. We're just gonna magic cut here, and yeah, the other Korkron scouts are actually right here. So, there we go. Now we have them all turned in. Let's talk to Invoker Zorinth. So, a new enemy.
Have you collected the insignia? Good work, Drakfu. This will make it very clear how Garrosh is going to deal with failures.
Oh, well, what's that supposed to mean?
It would seem that the Dark Shaman... It would seem the Dark Shaman experiments drove Gordoth insane. Hopefully, we've seen the last of this, Drakfu.
Okay. And then finally, we have Commander Bagran. No orc left behind.
That's all that survived? I don't know who these Dark Shaman are working for, but they are going to pay for this.
Farewell.
And secret hint, they actually, I believe, were working for the War Chief. Since, again, he was working on the aspect of Dark Shaman and implementing them in his conquest of Azeroth. I'll need to double check that, but I believe that's actually what this was leading to, is him bringing in Dark Shaman for his war effort. And that's going to do it for Ragefire Chasm. This is actually one of the shorter instances, and that's going to do it for the first session of Dungeons Drakfu. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and of course I will see you guys next time for the next dungeon.